The next image you're seeing is Mrs. Shippy the Explorer walking away from me. It was once, there was a time when I could keep up together, walk together. And now, thing has changed where she's going by herself. Can't keep up anymore. Somebody's younger and more agile. You just have to let them go. This is Shippy the Explorer. This is Saturday, the 3rd of January. 3 days. We have reached the 3rd day in this year. And today we are back again down the lake, not the lake, well, Lake Artemision, but this is in Indian Creek River, which never seems to stop running. Anyway, I started out the program which the tape which talk about the time when you were agile. The time when we were agile. There's a time when I was 14 years old. I could jump 30 feet out of a tree. 25, well, put it this safe, let's say 20 feet. I could jump out and jump down and roll, and there was no problem in the world. And then we got older, and then I was able to run like a reindeer, like a gazelle, jump and climb, and then as I get older, I reach into high school and college. I was one of the best high jumpers and long jumpers and runners in the country of Jamaica. Now it's a matter of time when we get old and older, and now we are on, well, for the day you're born, you're in a decline. You're really declining. You're born, and then you start to grow, and as you grow, it means the muscles, the mind, the cells of your body, they are getting older, more mature. So you're in a decline at the very first. But as you reach this age, you're in your 60s and your 70s, then you have to be mindful that, that you're aware that things doesn't stay the same. And so we're talking about the fact that nothing stays the same in your body, in your mind, and in your spirit. So I let my partner, wife, she goes along because she still has the power to run around and walk and run in some aspect. But I am aware that I'm not able to, and so I take myself and be comfortable in my own body. Here we are, Lake Artemision, frozen over a bit, and here we are. Hundreds of Canadian geese are here. We'll go further around where we can take them and show them how they keep warm. God, He knows, as I have 4 layers on and I'm still cold. But over the months, we have been talking about scamming, we have been talking about life, we have been talking about estate planning, and today we probably remind you that it's, as we get older, it's a matter of living within our capable physical means. And so that's the story, and that's the message that Shippy the Explorer wants to bring to you today. You know, I even got a message that today that one of the greatest elephants in the world, I think it's Craig, that elephant passed this week, 45 or 54 years old or something like that. One of the ones that had the greatest trunk. So even in the wild, there is birth, life, and death. And here we are. Hundreds of Canadian geese. They stop in this lake. They're resting on the water. They're actually on top of the ice. Quiet as a mouse. Because they're ready and waiting to take off to go south. Further south when they can get more food and more water. So each year they travel from, in the winter they travel from Canada to the south. And in the spring they fly back up through the middle of the United States back into Canada. But as they stop off for rest, they stop at these lakes and they get the rest, as I said, and some food and water. Then they continue on their journey. And even the birds understand how to maneuver themselves through the seasons. So why not us? Why not us? Why we stay stagnant? But that's the least thing we're talking about today. We're talking about learning to accept that our bodies are in decline. But what do you do in the meantime? You read, you exercise, you walk, you meditate, you swim, you run, you sing, you dance in the meantime, so that you don't become a stagnant person in any of these situations. You keep moving. I always say that in Shippy the Explorer. You may be getting tired of me now in saying that you have to move. You see me moving. Well, see me moving because I had to do the operation. I couldn't reach a limitation where the body was totally broken down. And so I did the operation, and now I'm walking. I'm able to walk to this park once again and enjoy it. I'm able to dance a little. You saw me in the first of the year, New Year's Eve. I was dancing a little bit. And then it was about even if it's even 5 minutes, folks, I was dancing. And then and then I got tired. And then maybe I got tired because of the one drink I had. I had a drink of cognac, and so the muscles, maybe they were affected already by the drink. And so when you do drink, the muscles are affected. But I'm able to move. I'm moving and walking and dancing a little bit. And so I encourage you, never stop, Shippy the Explorer, never stop encouraging you to get up and go and move as much as possible. If you're only even one leg, just stretch it and move it as you can. So today seems like a strange day down in the park here. It's so quiet and serene. I've seen just a few people. What is happening? This is 1, 2, 3, maybe about 5 or 10 of us on this park today. Maybe something is happening. Yes, there's if you were watching the news, today is the day when the Americans military moved into Venezuela. And so I'll stay away from the politics, but I just want to remind you on this tape, Saturday, early in the morning, that's when man, um, the president of, well, of Venezuela was captured, he and his wife, and taken out of that country to set a new era in that country. On both sides, it's some going to be happy, some going to be sad, but that's the politics of things, and some of us, we can't do anything about it. But just to remind you that it just occurred to me that this place is so serene and so quiet, something must be happening, and I think that's what is happening today. A lot of things are happening in politics. So back to your encouragement, to walk and talk and swim and run, meditate, and keep your mind and body and spirit up, because the body, as I said, is on a decline from the very moment you're born. And here we are, I've passed the point where I normally stop and rest, and so today it's amazing how I'm passing that point. That means I am making progress, folks. Making progress. Making progress that when you do something and you do it every day or every so often, and you're improving on the situation, then you feel elated. And so I feel so good that I've passed the first set of benches. I'm now on the second benches, and I might even venture over towards the lake and the bridge and see, remember, and go on that bridge like old time days to show you what I used to do. So Shippy the Explorer is always once in a while I have these talks and inspirational talk. I hope they're inspirational with you, because I think that's part of the calling of this station. Hopefully to do videos and talk about inspiring situations, things to do to keep you active, things to do to keep you safe in this world, things to do to make you progress. And so Shippy the Explorer that's what I think I'm about. Apart from genealogy, this station is also should be used as an encouraging methods of reaching out to the folks. As I said, it's the third day of the year, and it's fast. The year is fast and furious, and for us to reach 3 days already, sooner or later you turn around this place, this next year, you'll soon hear that Christmas is around the corner. Here we are on this bridge, and I haven't walked this bridge for more than 6 months, and so this is what Shippy the Explorer does. They put this massive bridge on this lake, and it's a wonderful display of skill and power and structure. And so it's inspiring when you come on the lake like this to be able to walk around on it. Look at that. You have even on that extension, that lady is down there, and when you're over there you think you're on a ship. You're on the ship, folks. I don't want my camera fall, because I can't swim and I'm not going to go into that water. I prefer just go to the store. If this drop in the water, I'm just going to just leave it, folks. Well, would I go and get it? I don't know. I don't know if I would. I'm not going to kill myself out for a GoPro. And the GoPro wouldn't be damaged really, because it's a waterproof. GoPros are waterproof. But it's a matter of time when you take a risk, and I'm sorry, and the risk you take, you have to weigh the risk. You have to weigh what you're doing. If you're gonna go into the jungle and face the lions and all that, you have to be able to protect yourself and run and know where you can get safety in a few minutes. And you have to weigh the risk in whatever you do. Even when you go on the road, even when you go to church, you weigh the risk of being spiritually overwhelmed, or getting mad and walking out of the church and say religion is nothing to do. Religion is no good for me. So you're right, though. You weigh the risk of all these things. So whatever you do in life, let's see if the bathrooms are open. They have been closing this place for quite a while. And see, people, they just, because they close it, well, it's open. So here we are, bathroom. Let me come back this way, because if I don't come this way, I was talking about running the risk. I'll probably run the risk of missing Shirley as it comes through this intersection. So it's best for me to come this way to cover all aspect of her path. If I go the other side, she could have come around the bathroom, and then I'll miss her. So thanks to the powers of healing, I've reached the flags. I've reached the platform. Reached the station where I haven't been here for quite a bit of time. And thanks that the bathroom was open, that I could use it. Because if it's meant for the public, it needs to be open. So for some time they had it closed, and that was quite difficult for some of the walkers. So good, it's open. All right, so every time I come to Lake Artemisha, you're getting a speech, encouraging speech from Shippy the Explorer. Down in the valley, where the trains and the planes and everything pass through this valley. Yes, you're getting a talk from me. This place inspires people to talk, inspires people to walk and read and write and write poems and music. And so it's wild and beautiful. All right, hopefully that's not her. I think she's, let's see, maybe we should just go up to the corner. So we are back into talking about the situation of how our bodies growing older, muscles getting older, and what do we do to keep going? And so there are a lot of things you could say, but a lot of times when you say these topics, you're repeating, and some people might not like it. But for those who are inspired by these words, I say thanks for listening and understanding that you're being encouraged by Shippy the Explorer. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. I wonder if she is going to come down the other side. Let me go up here and look and see if I see her. And then I turn back right here. Oh, you may be wondering what this is. It's a butterfly chair, and it's also a symbol where a lot of, in the spring and summer, a lot of flowers are planted in this field to feed the butterflies. And so this chair is an inspiration. And people I've seen come down here in weddings. After their marriage, they come and they sit in this chair, and they sit in this butterfly chair and take pictures. How beautiful. Yeah. Well, maybe I've gone too far, but I'll see if I see her. So as this year gallops along, folks, I remember I say I wish you all the best and wish you that you are successful in your work. You get to work. If you're not working, you're successful in another career. You pass exams, you're doing well in school and all that, in college, and you're doing well. And you're doing well in your spiritual life. And so, as this year gallops along, may your life and successes gallop with the moment. Yeah. May you gallop in all aspects of life. Make you be successful in what you do in this world. If I look around the corner here and I don't see her down this long valley, I know she probably went around. I think that's her struggling coming. Struggling, I think that's her struggling. And we're gonna stay here and watch her and see if she makes it. There she is. Wow. See, we used to walk this place every day or every other day, and now it's a struggle to go around Lake Artemision. And look at it. Long path, maybe about 2 miles of tracks. Look at it. Wow. So I'll wait here until she comes and, well, maybe close off this inspirational talk. A Shippy the Explorer has made it this far, and I'll join her as we go back into the beginning of our walk. Stay tuned. Here she's saying, she's showing off. Tell me about I should walk. If I didn't walk, I wouldn't reach as far. Give me credit to say I reach as far. I'm here talking about how I walk is the first I ever reach as far. I know you come in and tell me about I should be walking.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
No, just watch you.
Watch me.
I reach as far. I was just giving myself credit that I passed the second row of benches. Now I'm going back through the middle. You can, where you go? You go around?
I'm gonna go around and come.
Oh.
Back so you could meet me out.
All right. Me going straight through. See? I'm not taking a chance. I was just talking about how
When I go
life
round,
is.
I'm just gonna go back to the van.
Yeah, I'll meet you around the corner there. I should be able to meet you. I'm not gonna take my chance to. Here you are. She's at the 1.4 mile marker, and by the time she goes around, she will be in maybe two something miles. And this one is 1.2 miles if you come this way. So I'm just gonna come through here and talk about my limitations, folks. I'm coming through the middle here, straight through the park. I'm not gonna take a chance in the first day I come down here. I go that far. That was when I was 4 years ago, or even 2 years ago. I will take my time and go around that track. But now, yes, we talk about limitations. That's another thing. You don't have to follow others if they are doing well. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses as such. You just have to work within your means and capabilities and do your best. And there's nothing else you can do. When to do your best, that's all you can do. And some of us will be able to do more than some. And so if you look at others, the success of others, yes, you can look at it and use it as an example. But if you think you can fly like everybody else, you try and you can't fly, then you just have to walk. And if you can walk within your means, then that's what you do. So let's go back here and take a picture of the pictures at Lake Artemission. Look at that. Lovely painting somebody did. Good artwork. And so they're depicting what the lake looked like in the old days. So although I'm encouraging you to do, get up and go, but remember your limitations and work within that aspect of it. So she's going around and I'm coming through this center, and I'll maybe take a chance and go back and go onto the bridge, this time down to the far end, and show you what it looks like, Lake Artemission. Because Shippy the Explorer has reached this far, and the first time in 6 months. And you see my face, you know I feel elated that I've come this far. That I've come this far. And so, that's what it is. As you succeed in life, you get elated and feel spiritually uplifted that you have succeeded, that you have made the effort. Hear this sound. And you have done your best, and now you're celebrating the rewards of success. Excuse the poop. It's on the water. Wow. think you're on the lake. You're actually on the lake, but you think you're on a boat. Busy in the valley. Well, there's not much more I can say. Don't want to extend the tape and make it boring. And today we are talking about limitations. The effort of trying and doing, and the effort and the rewards that you get, and the feeling of success, the successes as you tried. And the best thing to know is that you tried and you have made some gain. So that's what Shippy Explorer is saying to you and to himself, that as we go through this year, we're gonna make progress in all aspects of life. And so we are going to do it together. And later on in the year, if I can get into some more exotic places, I'll do. Look at this. The beaver came up and cut this tree down. Look at that. Can you imagine? This looks like almost like a cutlass. Look at this. Can you imagine an animal cutting this tree like this? Look at it. Look at that. He cut this tree down and he takes it into the water, and he's under the water for food. He's storing up food for himself. But as we make our way back to the car, we're saying thanks for being with me. Thanks for listening to these few words. Thanks for being such faithful listeners and subscribers to this station, the Shippy Explorer. Well, inspiring in his own way as much as possible, and hope I've been successful in partaking a few words of encouragement to you this day. Stay tuned, share, like, and encourage others to subscribe to this station, because you don't want to miss another few words of encouragement or see another lovely place as this Lake Artivation at your disposal. Can't wait for summer. Bye. See you. Take care. Be good to yourself and others.